Yeah, Tomek. Not your average week this week with a midweek's friendly against NAC Breda. What are your views on this game?
Yeah, it's maybe not normal for us to, because we don't play a friendly every week, but we will try to play friendlies now, once a month, because I think it's so important for our young players to develop them, to give them more games than the under 21 games. If we can have a game against NAC, who have a good first line, good second line, it's a really competitive game. We used it. First, it's good for us to play on grass, because in this stretch of the year we cannot train on grass, so we can, and we have to play on grass next Sunday at Ado. So for preparation for this, it's good. And then we used it to give the right minutes to all the players that need minutes. So players who played a little bit less in the last weeks played more, played 60, 70, 80 minutes. We had some players who we felt like they needed maybe 45 minutes. Because they did not, example would be Rick Mulders. He was suspended in the first game. He missed a friendly before because of a slight small injury, and then in the last two games he played 45 and 60 minutes. So now we felt one more game for him. It's really important to give him the rhythm for the next weeks. The same was with Toyn, who was coming from a little bit of an injury. So we use this. Other guys played 30 minutes. There were 4 or 5 players who we completely rested, like Kacper, like Jaren, Nick de Groot, Ricardo, because they played so many minutes already in this season. They already have over 2,000 minutes. So yeah, it's for us to find the right management, to develop players, to manage players, to prepare the team, and for this it was a really good test. We hope to play the next test at some point in February.
Yeah, what's also good is that there were several players that came back from injury last week. What was their impact in the games?
Yeah, first of all, we are happy. We are happy that Luke is back. We are happy that Salah is back. We are happy that Anas is back. We are getting really close to see Danny in an official match on the pitch. So this is also important, because a friendly is always, a real game is always different than training. It's about seeing how game ready they are, where they are. And yeah, I thought both Salah and Luke showed that they come back from the rehabilitation in a good way. Ready to compete with with us. Danny in the game against NAC started for the first time from 10 months. Unfortunately, he had a small setback. We are still waiting for the right diagnosis, for the MRI pictures, but we believe it's nothing big that will delay his comeback too much. Maybe a week or two, hopefully. He will be back at some point in February. But it was really good to see him back on the pitch. He was captain in this game. He was intended to play 30 minutes, but he had to come off after 22. So it's still progress. The last guy from the players coming from injury was Enes, who did not participate in this game because after 10 months of injury, we have to be careful with him. We have to go step by step. His body in this moment is ready for 1 game a week, so he will be ready tomorrow for the game against Helmond, but we protected him in the game on Tuesday.
Yeah, you already mentioned the game against Helmond. The results are going up and down a bit, some wins, some losses. How do you look at this team?
Yeah, I think Helmond has some good players. They are fighting for playoffs. They are 5 points behind playoffs. I think it's a proper side. I think they have 3 players who make a big difference for them attacking. It's Kars, it's Bottas, and it's Malahi. I think, especially with Kars and Bottas playing so much between the lines, and Kars with fantastic deep runs. Everybody in the league knows this, but it's not so easy not so easy to stop him. He arrives really well in the box, also from the second tempo, finds ways to finish plays, gives them a lot of important goals. Also I would say Bottas is a very, very good signing for them. In this moment he has 8 goals, 5 assists, always dangerous, technical player between the lines, can create, can score, so we have to be prepared for this. Malahi as a winger is completely different, fast, but very, very vertical, typical winger. So we need to be ready for this. Also, they renew the team. It's a very different team we will play against compared to the first game. They have a new midfield, they have new central backs. I think from the first game we expect maybe to be 4 or 5 starters of them again on the field. So it's a big rebuild they are in. Look, it's for sure a team that we can compete with. It's a team that we want to beat. It's a team that will be a good game for our fans. It's a good game for us. We want to continue with a good performance. Know what to expect, but also show our qualities and show our players have a night where they can show up again.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about creating a foundation, stability this season, especially defensively. I can imagine that 2 clean sheets in a row, which hasn't happened for like over 2.5 years, that contributes to releasing that.
Yeah, it's really interesting when I hear that we play now 2 clean sheets in a row, and this is like for the first time since 2021. It just shows that we have to like real work, and the standard of we play every game to play a clean sheet. Clean sheet is a foundation of good teams. We were happy in the last 2 games that we did not allow a lot of chances. I think Telstar had 1 big chance. Roda didn't have really big chances. It's important to be tomorrow again. To press good, to win second balls, to have a good plan when we have to defend low, and especially against Helmond, transition becomes really important because they are a very, very good transition side. So when they like to defend a little bit deeper and are really good in transition. So this is one of the very important things. As I said, we always play not to allow chances. We always play to keep a clean sheet, and we have been more stable lately defensively.